This is the last scheduled Qantas international flight landing here until normal operations resume. It is also likely to be the last Qantas 747 commercial flight. They were supposed to be wrapped up at the end of the year, but that date has now been brought forward because of the coronavirus crisis.
波音747的到来，标志着全球公共运输时代的开始，也带来了民航运输的黄金时代。但随着科技的发展，曾经的空中女皇也不得不陆续退役。悉尼时间3月29日，由于新冠疫情对全球造成的重大影响，澳航封存了仅剩的5架波音747-400，并且极有可能让他们提前退役。而在1个多月前，我还坐在波音747的加尔舱里，听着机长自豪地与我分享747的驾驶体验。而且当时还说过，澳航这5架空中女皇仍会正常运行一段时间。
Are still in operating flight, only 5.
真的是世事难料啊！而说起这次难忘的加尔舱经历，就不得不提到我乘坐的航班——澳洲航空 QF26。Hello， 观众老爷们，大家好！欢迎各位跟随我的镜头来到东京羽田国际机场。与我一起搭乘澳洲航空 QF26 航班前往悉尼 Kingsford Smith 国际机场。本次飞行为洲际航线，全程约为9个小时，东京晚上起飞，悉尼上午落地，算是红眼航班。由于经历了独自一人的2020开年14天日本旅行，加上新冠疫情在日本爆发，搞得我整个人身心俱疲，不太喜欢要枕着发动机轰鸣声睡觉的红眼航班。但是面对 ANA 和 JAL 上万的票价，实在是囊中羞涩，还是选择了我经常坐的澳洲航空。值得一提的是，柜台的小姐姐并没有像往常一样先确认我的个人信息，而是反复确认我有没有去过钻石公主号邮轮。偷偷跟着机组后门来到了登机口，点了最后一杯日本冰淇淋酸奶后，航班便开始登机。羽田机场的工作人员都佩戴了口罩，但澳航的空乘们并没有佩戴。这次直飞这趟航班的机型是波音747-400，注册号 VHOEJ。感兴趣的朋友们可以去 FlightRadar24上查一下。澳航波音747-400经济舱座位通常排布是343，但最后起来会变成242。我通过经常坐洲际航线的经验，选择了72B，旁边果然没人，经济舱秒变超精啊！但座椅间隔并不大。小桌板也放不了多少东西，除了老旧的娱乐系统外，也提供了 USB 接口和类似网线的接口。有知道这个接口作用的朋友们可以发弹幕说明一下。在空姐发放菜单后不久，飞机便推出。推出过程中，按照惯例放了如同电影般有趣的澳航安全须知，非常熟悉了。东京，再见了您嘞！希望咱们有缘2021奥运会再见。在看了半个小时电影后，机上便开始发放晚餐。这趟航班的经济舱居然提供了寿司与啤酒。未满20岁的我虽然在日本不能喝酒，但是在澳航的航班上是遵循澳洲法律，满18岁就可以。甜点也是一如既往的好吃，在机尾也提供了一些自助饼干、巧克力，晚饭吃不饱可以去拿。由于娱乐系统老旧，反应很不灵敏，加上身心疲惫， 在机舱熄灯后不久便选择了睡觉。不得不吐槽747虽然看起来优雅，但发动机的声音是真的大呀。第二天被吵醒后，在飞机上看到了2020年第一次日出。此时飞机已横跨赤道来到了澳洲境内，早餐是冷冻的水果和面包。可以，这很土澳。我也拿回了我的飞行日志，并且得到了机长准许，让我落地后去加尔桑参观。此时距离降落还有好几个小时，是时候来看一场紧张刺激的空中浩劫了。同时，也发现了内置的麻将游戏。在机长广播后不久，飞机便开始进场程序。由于降落跑道是临海的34 left， 所以飞越了悉尼市区，也可以俯瞰悉尼机场全貌。在海上绕了一个大弯后，波音747在经验丰富的机长的操控下平稳落地。这技术相当的稳，某拉飘航空多学着点。
Welcome to Sydney, ladies and gentlemen. The time here is 9:25 a.m. Please remain seated until the seatbelt sign has been switched off. If your mobile phone is within reach, you may now switch it off to flight mode.
Can I leave my baggage here?
之后是我与机长的谈话，首先是感谢我赠送的明信片，并且介绍了部分有关747的操作。
Hello.
Thank you very much. Got your lovely cards. Very nice.
Thank you.
This is our cabin temperatures, and I've got that air conditioning keeping the cabin
Yeah.
because the outside temperature is 30 degrees. So I'll leave those on, and that'll keep the cabin cool for the next flight.
Okay.
然后我问了问有关747现状与未来的问题。
Still in operating flight. Only 5. And it will be replaced by such as A350.
A350, 787, yeah, and 380. It's a real mixture. They need 3 aircraft to replace our one.
Yeah. How do you feel to control such a huge plane?
之后问了下驾驶747是什么样的体验。
No, it's so some aircraft, like a regional aircraft or a 737, you have to work quite hard.
Yeah.
Because you get affected by thermals, turbulence,
Yeah, yeah.
a lot more manoeuvring. This, very predictable. You've got so much momentum. You know,
Yeah.
you take off with 400 tons, and we have, you know, if you get some severe turbulence, this rides it really well,
Really well, yeah.
really well.
最后问了问驾驶波音747与 A380的区别。
So how do you feel the difference between the A380 and the Boeing 747?
A380 is built to a price. You know, good for customer.
Yeah.
Because we have good TV screens,
Yeah.
quiet, very efficient. This aircraft is over-engineered. It was engineered to take much more weight and to have much more development cycle. Whereas A380 is engineered, here it is, that's it.
Yeah, I know.
So this is stronger than it needs to be. It has more redundancy. Well,
747.
they're quite different because the 380 is defined by the computer.
Yeah.
Look, it's okay, you know, because I did 330, same. That has advantages, but this has advantages because very predictable. You know what it's going to do.
Alright.
I like this.
临走时，机长也勉励我在大学中好好学习，推荐我去考飞行员驾照。
But yeah, I think you should get your flying license and come flying.
License?
You can, depending on your vision, you
Oh,
can
okay.
still fly.